doing better. I hope you're doing great.
Yes, I am. I'm so glad you are joining us. This is so
Thank you. What a beautiful offering.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I love doing this. And okay, so let's start. So welcome to this week's Monday morning inspiration for and with the joy of creation. So okay, what are we going to talk about today? You know, I started this to really bring in a different energy, a creation energy. You all might know I'm a creator, and I'm very aware of how we can so easily get stuck or stick ourselves with points of view. And so I was wondering what can we change here, what contribution can this Monday morning conversation with a cup of coffee or a cup of tea be, and what contribution can I be to all of you out there. And so I'm always wondering what can we talk about. And so what is that joy of creation? What if we can have that no matter what, no matter whether it's raining or the sun is shining? What contribution can today's beautiful rain be to all of us, rather than having a point of view like resisting it or how it is bad? Is weather ever bad, or can we just be with just about anything? So let's start with this. What if you could get anything out of this, what would that be? Or what do you know about the joy of creation? What is it for you? And what would you like to receive today?
What would we like to receive today?
Yes, if it was an energy.
Oh, okay. I don't know if it's an energy or if it's a place, but freedom.
Freedom.
I don't know if that's like an energy or a position to be in.
Yeah, I wonder. So, what do you know about the energy and the space of freedom?
It's free of judgment, that's for sure.
Cool. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Awesome. Free of judgment. What if we had never ever any judgments? So the joy of creation and the joy with creation could be actually, yeah, it could be that space where we don't judge anything, where we don't judge us, where we don't judge our choices, where we don't judge our creations. And this can be, when I'm talking here about creation, we can really talk about whatever it is that you would like to create. It can be a business, it can be a healthy body, it can be anything, a painting, a book that you want to write, or it could also be anything that you would like to add to your life. See, it is an energy. So the energy of freedom, the energy of no judgment. I wonder what choice can you make that would create that? And so I have loosely set some themes for the upcoming calls also. And for today, I was wondering about action versus reaction and how does that create. So with every judgment, how much are we going into a reaction, reacting to our choices? And how can we change that?
I often find that my reactions are judgment.
Yeah, and who are you judging? And what are you judging mostly?
Oh, yeah, I'm judging. I'm judging it against a certain standard that I might see in society, and it's never good enough how I'm reacting.
Yeah, it is never good enough. So what is never good enough? Is it something specific that you notice?
My effort. Yeah, my effort towards creating something.
So what would you like to create? What is it?
Well, I would like to create children's books.
Oh.
And I just can't seem to get my wheels moving on that.
Okay. Okay. And so, okay. Well, so you don't get your wheels moving. What is that? What is that there?
It seems like everything else takes priority, like getting the dishes done, doing the errands, trying to take care of health and making meals and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so so what choice could you make? What choice could you make that could create the energy that would feed and nurture you creating the children's book? So everywhere you have, like, everywhere, have you made that somehow into a mountain that you cannot climb or something?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah, see, I'm familiar with this. Like, ta-da! when we make this into this big thing and we make it so significant, and we already judge it before we even start, how it has to be this glorious, amazing, like, best perfect book or painting or project. We are creating an energy that is stifling it, right? It's like we don't even start. What if you just start? What if you just start writing? Or it, what okay, so for creating anything, you could use questions. So first of all, everywhere you have concluded how this is going to come about or how you must create it, you have decided already what the steps are, and then you must judge yourself because you don't do the steps. So are you willing to let all of this go, destroy and uncreate it, all these points of view?
Yeah.
Thank you. And then it's like, okay, what's it going to take for me to create this? Show me universe, or show me earth. How, like, what steps can I take here? What can I choose now? And how can I create this in a way that it is fun and ease for me? How can you make this fun and enjoy the creation so much that you can't wait to get up in the morning, get out of your bed, and start? so so anything that doesn't allow you to tap into that excitement and enthusiasm of creation, will you please let that go and destroy and uncreate all of that?
Yes. You know, I'm having a hard time hearing you.
Okay.
For some reason, it's echoing a little bit.
Okay. Should I come maybe closer to my computer? Do you hear me better now?
It's a little bit, yeah.
Okay. Yes.
I don't know if there's some interference or.
Is it still echoing?
A little bit. It doesn't seem. It's a little bit better now.
All right.
Hi, Bettina. This is Diane Walters, and I'm having trouble hearing too. But it seems like it seems like you're far from the computer.
Okay, let me just try something here. I'm going to plug in. Okay. Do you hear me better now?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, good.
Perfect.
Good. Oh, thank you. I'm so grateful that you said something. Hey, Diane.
Hi.
Now we
I'm
know
sorry,
we
I
have
had trouble
someone else
getting
here.
What?
Now we know we have
trouble
someone else
getting
here.
in. Oh, good.
Good. So, all right. Okay, so we are talking about creating. So Renee says she would like to write children's books, and it seems such a challenge to start. And there's always other things that she gives priority. So so that Renee, everywhere you give everything else the priority, which is a choice actually that you are making. Can you see that?
Yes.
Are you willing to let that go?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. So, and really, like, what I know from my creation space, I make it really easy for me to create. Like, I'm here in my studio. I have this space. It's a small space, but it's a space that I created. And you don't even have to have a room designated to that. But see, some people might say it's messy because there is the palette with fresh oils, wet oils that is sitting there. I have a table cluttered with San Pellegrino bottle and tissues and brushes and a water bottle and cards that I painted and an angel and beautiful pieces of wood that I brought from Costa Rica. And then there is an easel and paintings and like pads and brushes and pencils. Like everything is here and open. Like, I wonder if do you have a journal or a notebook?
Yes.
Do you have a really beautiful, cool pencil or a pen to write with?
Yeah, I could find one. Yeah, that would be fun.
See, and the notebook also, like, I wonder what kind of notebook your children's books would like to be written on. I am asking my creations, and it's really an energy. It's what if everything is an energy? What if the pen is an energy? Because, like a pen could be hard to write with, or it could be a very flowing, beautiful pen. I also found that there are journals that have a really nice paper that is so beautiful to write in and on. And so then what if that is also creation.
Do you get that? That is creation. How do we make this really fun and nurturing and joyful and colorful? And then it's like, what can you pull in from the universe? What if you are actually something like, yesterday on Facebook, I was writing just quickly about alchemy and an alchemist. So what if you are an alchemist playing with these children's books, and you are actually pulling all that out of all the molecules that are there? Like, do you get what I say? What if everything that you put into this notebook is the creation of the children's books? It could be you have this with you. Maybe it's a size that you can always have with you. And when you see something, when you hear something, when you read something, you write that in your notebook. And it's give it a title, give it a name. What if the notebook had a name? Right? Oh, yeah.
Yes, I know. I name things. I name our vehicle. I name things like that. So yeah, that would be good.
Yeah. So, and what if that notebook would be so happy to create the children's books? So everywhere you have made this into a series of books that you must write, rather than starting with just starting it, will you let that go?
Yes.
Like the endeavor of writing a book, how difficult it is and what it all takes, and that, you know, you must dedicate at least 10 hours a day to it. So all these points of view, are you willing to just really let them go, destroy and uncreate? Yeah, thank you.
It is so overwhelming. Yes, it's the way you put it, especially.
Yes, everywhere you have made it into this overwhelming task and this what that you must achieve. Like, let's just destroy and uncreate all of that.
Yes, yes.
Thank you. Okay, cool. Yes. So what if you just start and you have it with you? You could do every day 20 minutes, or twice a week 20 minutes. I would suggest to give it sort of, I don't want to say a structure, but make it for you that it is the book, the notebook is there, the pen is there, you like both, and there are also colors that you love. The other day I went to a creative summit, and one of the pens on the table was a pen. It was like a marker pen, but it was like a brush. It had the tip of a brush, and I started right away. It was the one that I picked, of course. And I started right away, like writing almost like calligraphy, you know, like, and swirls. And I started drawing, and I started just I just was being me. And so, but the joy of that, the joy that a pen is, and have maybe glitter pens. And so then start writing. Don't just start it. And it doesn't have to make sense. Even you don't have to make it right away into a sequence where you start with chapter 1, and then you do chapter 2, and then you do chapter 3. What if you just totally let go of all of that and you just write, and you are in touch with your children's book? Hey book, what would you like me to write today? What is it? What words do you have for me today? You talk with your book, because a book is an entity. A book is a being. Like every painting is a being. And you know, I have been talking while I'm painting. I have been sort of in communication with my paintings, or also with the books that I wrote. It's a conversation. It has always been a conversation for me. And it is amazing when we start talking with our creations, meaning we ask them questions. Just ask questions. What is it that you want me to write today? Give me what are the words? And then you just relax and you allow you to receive.
Wonderful.
And make that beautiful, light a candle or have a flower there. That is the joy of creation. It is not just like creating a product, but how can you create this for you so that it is really fun? And the candle is just an example. A flower is an example. How would you create this? What creation space would you like to create for you? See, on my wall behind the computer, you cannot see it, there's an angel hanging there, and behind it is a peacock feather, and another angel painting that I created is hanging down with a silk ribbon. So next, I don't know, these are the things that are just ideas, but you could have a silk ribbon in your book, or a ribbon with beads, or anything that you have already somewhere. You know, what is it that would like to be there with you while you write?
Right. Yes. I think maybe some children's toys too might help, or stuffed animals or something like that, depending on the age I'd be writing for.
Great. And also, that is also a question. What age are you writing for? Who are you writing for? Who is going to read? You could ask, okay, who am I writing this book for? Who is going to read this in the future? And what can I say to them that will inspire them? That also, what energy would you like to create with these books? And then ask for, okay, so what words can I use that would create that? There's not one formula for it. And if we take all our points of view out of the way, I was just spilling tea all over me. If we take the points of view out of the way, we actually have wide open space and this clean slate for creation. For instance, I give you an example. I also am writing a children's book. And I was like, really, that's so funny. I don't have an idea how to write a children's book. Like, I've never written a children's book. Like, what do I write? Where do I even start? They cannot read words, or like, see, it's like so funny. It's all these points of view that get in the way. So I didn't start. Yes. And what I have learned, though, is when we function from question, what can actually show up? When we function from question, what can show up? And it is not logical. The universe will bring you things that you might think have nothing to do with a children's book. It does not make sense. The universe is not linear. And when we start asking questions, we actually invite the universe to bring things to us. And what is sort of important is that we are willing to receive what the universe brings. Without saying, oh, now I'm not sitting at my desk and writing. No, maybe, I don't know, like maybe it is fun for you to write not at the desk, or you see, these are points of view. Like, for instance, asking questions like this. Yesterday, I started an oil painting that is behind me. I'm not sure, I'm sitting in front of it, so the light, you might not be able to see it. Anyway, it might not have anything to do, and it might have everything to do with the children's book, because I have been asking questions: where to start, where do I go, what's next, what's first, what's then, and I am willing to be nonsensical. I am willing to be this sort of, I want to say, chaotic. It's not havoc, okay? But chaos is where we don't do 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5, but we go 1 to X to 50 million to maybe 50. But you see what I want to say? It's like the butterfly, it's the bees, it's the birds that don't proceed with an order, but they go where the energy is and takes them, all right? And so this canvas, for instance, was a painting that I started in 1996, and it was sitting around. I knew there was something that was not, it was just like a first layer of some sort, and never anybody bought it. So it was then just sitting there. And yesterday I went, oh, it popped. Oh, let's take this canvas. That's the right size. That's the size that I wanted. Put it on the easel, started painting. And here comes an energy that is talking about what I would like to talk about in the children's book. So are you willing to be out of control?
Oh, that's a hard one, but yes. Yes. Oh, it seems like that's a big barrier for me. So I will ask, why am I always trying to be in control?
Yeah. And you know how to get the greatest control?
No, what?
Asking questions.
Okay, wow. Gosh.
And never having any conclusion. You with asking questions, you will actually, let me just drink a sip. I love my green tea.
Good.
With asking questions, you will receive. This is where actually we are creating and receiving what we call miracles, or like wow, these wow moments. Things, have you had this? Have you ever had this in your life where you were seeking to have something, create something, bring something into your life, and it just showed up?
Yes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about that. It's like, and see, were you basically out of your own way? Usually it is with the things that we don't even have, like, how can I say this? We have not learned how to create them. A lot of us have this with money, as an example. We have no clue how to create money except for doing a job or something. But what else is there? And the moments when and I just take this as an example, the moments when we received unexpected amounts of money all of a sudden out of the blue is actually where we did not have any preconceived idea or notion on how to create it. We were like, universe, show me. And the universe brought you something that from a source that you didn't even know existed. Okay, so this is, what if the universe is your source of creation? What if you can create with the entire universe? What if you can create with the earth? And this is from question. When we look at the universe, does the universe have finite possibilities or infinite possibilities?
Right.
Infinite, right?
Yes, definitely.
So what if we invite those in? Woohoo! How's that for a
Well,
Monday
the
morning?
door.
Let's invite the infinite possibilities. And what can show up in your lives from the space of joy. So everywhere you have actually made other people's realities and points of view of how everything is so difficult and so sad, and it gets tougher by the day. Everywhere you have made that solid and more real than the joy you know is possible. Are you willing to destroy and uncreate all that?
Yes.
Thank you. So what can you choose that will create that joy, so joyful that you cannot wait to start your day, to turn any energy around? See, there is something if there's anything that is not joyful in your universe and you catch it, the moment you catch it, you have 10 seconds to change it. Just turn it. Just turn it. Literally, a point of view is like a grain of sand that gets stuck. That a point of view is a stuck energy where there is no movement. That's my point of view. It's like, here I stand and this is how I look at it. But is this really all there is? Have you ever noticed you could have a different point of view or no point of view? When we go to reaction, and this is where we started talking, when we go to reaction, we react. And what is that creating? It is actually destroying. Reaction, because we make a point of view real, somebody else's point of view real, and then we react to it, meaning we resist, which in the consequence makes that point of view that we are resisting real and true and solid. What if we never react to anything?
Oh, so in the reaction, we are actually creating that, which I did not think of that. It seems like that would be, wow.
Yeah. So a question could be in the very moment, wow, what other choice could I make here? What action can I take here that will change this? An action creates, a reaction destroys, because you are basically, what you create is you are pushing against a wall, running against a wall. You are reacting, and then you will not see what other choices are available for you because you are caught up in the reaction. And how many of you who are going to watch this or listen to this in the future are functioning from reaction? A good example is how often do we react against politics? And this is just an example. If you look at that, is this actually creating anything? What if instead of reacting, we start taking action? Not from fighting and resisting, because we will just feed our energy into the thing we are resisting. What if we start asking, what action can I take here? So for your book, what action can I take now that will create this? And that brings you into choice. Not from reaction, but the action. What choice can I make here that will create this?
Yes.
And what choice, what can I choose now that will create this energy of joy in my life? And I'm not like talking like the frantic, like joy, not that, but joy as this, to me, it is a space of peace, a space of, the space of the forest. When you go into the forest, that joy, where everything can be, where there is no judgment, where we receive and create with everything, with the water, with the paints, with the air, with our bodies, with the pen and the notebook are made of energy. Everything is energy. So whatever you would like to create. Okay, cool. A question you could ask is, how can I inspire me? How is that?
That's good. Oh my goodness. It's like giving myself that gift.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh.
And ask this question, how can I inspire me? What inspiration can I be for me? Because you are infinite beings. You are creators. You can create anything. And what if that would be so much fun and joy?
Yes, that would be much easier in the creating process, instead of saying, oh, this is so overwhelming. Instead of seeing myself as a creator, that would be wonderful.
Yeah, when you say this is so overwhelming, is this a question?
No, that's a reaction.
Yes. And what does this create when you say that?
It will never happen, right?
Yeah, will you ever start? Does this make your body refreshed, or does it make your body tired? When you say this is so overwhelming. So when you go into the overwhelm, you could also ask, what information do I need here? Universe, show me. Well, like, where do I even start? And also I would like to acknowledge what brought you on this Monday morning inspiration today. What do you know that this can create for you and your projects? And so this is cool. I'm so glad you're here.
Oh, you too, everyone. Thank you, Bettina.
You are so very welcome.
Yes. I have a question, Bettina.
Yes.
This is Diane.
Hi, Diane.
Hi. I have just, things have just happened, and I realize that I'm opening to the universe. I've been in a place of overwhelm and just chaos. And I started purging. And all of a sudden, Saturday, I came across my colored pencils, and I felt such joy just holding those pencils and just thinking about them and stuff. I used to do mandalas, with colored pencils, and so that happened. Several other things have happened. One of the things was at 2:00 this morning, I was looking through emails and I found your email for today. And I thought, I don't know what's happening, but something's happening here. So I'm at a place where I don't know what it is that I don't have a project right now, but I'm just in a place of opening to what comes. And, so that's where I'm at, and that's why I'm here.
Wow, that is so awesome. Wow. How does it get better? This is cool. Thank you for being here. Yes.
Oh, well, thank you for offering this. I want to say that one thing that you said about money, I know this place, not just with money, but with all things. But when you mentioned specifically things about money, one time a number of years ago, we were in a situation we needed a second car. I was preparing dinner, and I just thought, we need a second car. And we weren't in a position to buy one. 10 minutes later, an aunt called and said, Diane, I've been thinking we need to get another car for you. And she wanted to buy me a car because she wanted me to help her with, doing some things too, like shopping and that kind of thing. That was one thing. Another time in our business, we needed a lot of, we wanted to get a loan, but we had to have collateral. And my husband said, well, we need $100,000 worth of orders. And I swear to you, not 10 minutes later, we got our first $100,000 order. And so I know that is what life is about. It's this beautiful, beautiful exchange of, just getting out of the way, just being in conversation.
Yes.
With the universe.
And ask for what you require. And then, what I can see now is so often there is I notice this in my universe. So maybe this relates to all of you. Like, I ask for something to show up. I ask for money to show up. But I am so sneaky that I doubt it already.
Mm-hmm.
And doubt is an energy that will tell the universe, oh, she doesn't really want it. So we actually, if you have been asking for things and they have not shown up, I invite you to look at what you actually created that prevented it from showing up. Okay, so because when we ask the universe for something, the universe always abides. And then it is for us to receive what the universe gifts to us. And so, so to your other question, are you all aware that there's a great intensity right now everywhere, sort of, in your universe?
Yes.
Hello. Yes. And so what, instead of saying I don't know what to create, and I hear you, I'm just bringing this up because it is something to always look at. When we say I don't know what to create, is not a question. So, and here I will say this over and over again, also in future Monday mornings, you will hear me always show these places to you where we don't ask questions. Okay, so a question could be, what can I create with this energy? Intensity is just an energy. And so have you ever acknowledged how potent you are? How potent are you? How powerful as a creator are you? And what is asking you to be created? You could ask this yourself in the morning. Wow, what is asking me to be created? So one thing with intensity, and I'm very aware of this too. Yesterday, I had an amazing moment of intensity. I was like blowing up like a volcano. And I had a fraction of a second where I wanted to make it wrong. Like, oh my God, like, what is this? This is not me. What if it is the very energy and the very being that we have suppressed for millennia that is showing up now with a big war, right? So what if it is not wrong? What if this is, if you look at the earth, I love working and playing with and creating with the earth. If you look at the earth, is the earth a little fluffy, like fluff, like tiny little like cutie thing? Or is the earth a potent roaring fireball of creation, right?
Right.
Yeah. and so I wonder how much of that really potent creation energy is now showing up currently. One thing that works for me is moving my body in whatever shape, going on a walk, I just very often just go outside and I just swing my arms and I breathe. And things change already. And then I'm asking, what can I create with this energy? What would like to be created? What am I receiving? What am I receiving right now that desires to be in the world? And if you say these pencils, right? You talk about the pencils.
Mm-hmm.
They are so joyful, and just touching them, I wonder, like, what if you followed that, and what can you create with them if it is so joyful? And it doesn't have to be that it is them, that it's not about a final product. It is about the joy of creation, which is a total amazing journey. For instance, playing with the pencils. You could also have a beautiful notebook that is just like the notebook you love. I still have them. There was a place in Luxembourg, an art supply store. She had the most gorgeous notebooks. They were wrapped in like a shiny purple fabric. And it was like, oh my God, I love those so much. That alone was such a joy and fun energy that I enjoyed writing in my notebooks. I had color pencils. I was drawing in them. I cut out things out of, magazines, and I did collages in them. And then I wrote on the collages. And so it became this like creation. That is actually a nurturing and feeding energy where you nurture the space, and something will bloom in that garden.
Yes, I can see that.
So what is it that is knocking at your door?
I don't know, but I'm feeling the energy.
Are you willing to open that door?
Yes, I am.
Thank you. Yes, and start that journey. It's an adventure. And you know adventures.
Yes.
I know you do. And what if that is so magical and so joyful and so nurturing to you and the earth and all the beings on and in the planet?
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. Yes. And ask for contribution. Ask the earth, show me, what is it? And what is it? What is the energy of it? Is it words? It might be words one day that you write. It might be playing with the pencils the other day, and it might be something totally different yet. What are the textures of it? What are the colors of it? What is the energy of it? I like to always ask for the energies. I literally ask the earth, Earth, show me, what are the energies? Show me, because everything here is earth, right? All the art supplies are earth, right? So what is it? And what how do I bring it out? What paints would like to contribute? What pencils? There are fabulous pencils. There are fabulous markers. There are fabulous liquid inks and then there's Yupo paper, YUPO, that is a synthetic paper that you can play on with inks. And it bleeds and it runs, and the colors, they are, because the paper is synthetic white paper, the colors stay very bright. And so, like, really, what is it? What would create that? Or is it a class that you want to attend? Or is it a lecture you want to go to? Or is it online somewhere? And allow you to go onto this river of creation that is curving. It is not tamed. It is not straightened. It might go like here by me, the Fox River is like snaking, like it is not straightened here. I'm not far from the spring. Okay, so you go on this river and you canoe on it for half a day. I will still see my house because I never get far as a distance, but I do all these serpentines, right? Like going back and forth, and here I am again. Oh, there's the house again. And so, but that journey, that is so out of control, but it is so joyful. Like joy is an out of control energy. Okay, that's like, if you look at people who are not joyful, and you might know one or two, they choose just to not be joyful. Like, how much order is there in their world, right? It's like, it has to be this way, and we don't go left, we don't even look left and right, but we pursue our order. And so how different are you, and have you ever acknowledged that?